Well, look who it is. Hello, Elle. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Redria. Hello again. Hello again, Elle. How's everybody doing? Let's get a quick shout out to Elle. Hello, Rain. Welcome in, everybody. Soul Comet over here, back at you again. We were just playing some Inside. We finished it. I was very, very shocked. Get rated back. I'm gonna have to lurk. Gonna have dinner and do some other stuff. Well, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the raid back. I really do appreciate it. Oh, for some reason I read your name as L's, Juliana. But thank you for coming back with the raid. Get raided back indeed. But yes, I hope you have a delicious dinner. And thank you for hanging out with us during Inside and for coming in again. Really do appreciate it. I hope you have a very delicious dinner. And, of course, because you're lurking, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And yes, have a delicious, delicious dinner. So yeah, we're back here doing some drawing. We're going to hopefully finish this thing today. So we'll see if we can get this done. I at least want to get the figures done. The background, if the background's not done, that's fine. Like, background work is pretty, not boring, but it's like it's pretty straightforward. But if we can get this hands up, who sings with soul? Oh, me. I do. But Elle, thank you very much for the raid. I hope the rest of your stream went well. I hope you were able to finish that last sketch. All the sketches look amazing. Soul sings with soul. That's right, I do. Hey, no worries. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it would be funny to raid you before you had a chance to raid me. So, okay, let's get to it. Let's do it to it, shall we? This paper's like damp. It's not really damp. It's more humid in here than I thought it was. You have no soul? Alright, so got to save out everything, but I'm watching. Hey, no worries. Take your time. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah, if anybody coming in with the raid needs to take a break, they need to grab some food, they need to, just relax. You've got other stuff you need to do, feel free. We will be here for a while, so. Again, drawings, I usually can't work on drawings for as long as I do paintings, just because of the angle of the paper on the wall. Certainly, like, it's not like going to cause me injury or anything, but your wrist does get fatigued. So the plan is to do this until 8 today. If I'm still feeling good, then we'll continue until it's done. But my goal today is to finish this helmet and finish this stick, and then if we get to the background, we get to the background. But at the very least, the figures will be done, and that is the main focus. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so let me bring y'all closer. A little bit of an earthquake going on there. But how's everybody doing? Hope you all are having a good day so far. I was saying earlier I was watching my girlfriend's Dragon Boat races through the... Oh, that reminds me. I gotta put in the Dragon Boat command. There we go. Brand new Dragon Boat command. But yeah, my girlfriend was in, she was on 2 crews today. Senior B mixed, so it's men and women. And then Senior C women. and both crews got to their respective finals, and both crews got within like a tenth of a second of finishing on the podium, and both of them like just missed out. So my girlfriend and her crews could have had 6 medals, but they only have 4 so far. Only that's still pretty impressive. So, but she called really good races. It's just one of those things where the other teams were just better, you know, by a fraction of a second they were just better, you know. But she called spectacular races because she was sitting on the drum, and the person on the drum usually calls the race. Usually, if the coach is on the boat, and she's one of the coaches of these two teams, the person on the drum will call the race. But sometimes, like in her race yesterday, she was on the back of the boat steering, and she was calling the race. She's very good at calling races. Extremely good. It's one of her many, many talents. And calling a race basically means like she's telling people when to up their stroke rate with their paddles, to stroke faster or harder, or telling them when to ease up, or sometimes in a 2K, because you have to turn around a bend, sometimes if you don't have the right of way, you actually have to hold the boat, so you have to like take your paddles out of the water and basically like not paddle at all to slow down your boat, so that the person with the right of way can actually pass without a collision, because you get docked points and time if not points, you get docked time if you get a collision. It does, doesn't it? There's some overlap. Bedroom commands. Oh man, that was funny. Okay, let's see. This is a very detailed helmet in terms of all the designs on it. It's kind of a pain, actually. But hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. Oh. Actually, that's still okay, I think. Maybe. So y'all are in luck if charcoal drawing happens to not be your thing, but painting is. Because tomorrow we're going to have a very, very special... sounds like a... Oh, no, I screwed that up again. My goodness. TJ, would you pay attention, please? Thank you. Tomorrow's going to be a very special stream, which... sounds like I'm giving like a PSA for a very special episode of a TV show, you know, of a sitcom. Today on a very special episode of Family Matters. Eddie gets shot, which was an actual episode of Family Matters. which is just crazy. A very very special episode of Soul Town, exactly. But tomorrow is a very special edition of the stream in which I am going to... the stream's going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern, and I'm going to start a brand new painting, and basically we're going to finish that painting in one session, regardless of how long it takes. So it could be a couple of hours, it could be 10, who knows. It probably won't be 10, but we're going to start and finish a painting in the same stream. So, I think that'll be a lot of fun. And then Saturday is another very special stream in which we're doing a charity stream for Lupus Canada. Basically, you'll be able to, by the way, I don't want anybody to feel inclined at all. If you come into the stream, you are not inclined. You are not obligated to donate anything at all. But there will be a donation link for Lupus Canada to help raise funds to research treatments for lupus, which is an autoimmune disease that my mom suffered from. Some other people in my family suffer from. A lot of people suffer from it, and it takes on very different forms. It's a very elusive autoimmune disease. So we're going to be raising money for that. On top of that, too, I'm going to keep track of all the bits and any subs, anything like that happens during the stream, because all of that will be donated after the fact. Unfortunately, Twitch does not have any sort of way to make sure that anything given outside of donations during the stream in terms of like money actually go to the charity. So I have to do that myself. Yeah, everything. Also, like it awaits like Twitch to pay me out, right? Like I have to wait for the payout, but all of that money raised during that stream will be going to Lupus Canada. So that should be a good time. I got to come up with some incentives tonight. Like I had some ideas, but I'm not as creative, so I'm gonna have to go watch some other people's like donation streams to get some ideas. Or if you all have any ideas, because I think some of you have done charity streams before. I don't know if Redry is still here, but I know Redry has done some. Yeah, they've done some. So if any of you have any tips, I'm trying to figure out Tiltify. That's the one I'm using, actually. That's the one I'm using. So if I do, we can all use it for future charity streams. Cool. Yeah, I'm doing a Tiltify. I was very happy that they actually had Lupus Canada on there. So, and yeah, Redry does them. Yeah. So if any of you have any tips or anything that you would particularly like to see in terms of like incentives or anything like that, feel free to put in chat. I know it's gonna be a docket of at least 4 games. The last game that we do, because the stream might get good to me and it may go longer than 12 hours because of the last game, but the other 3 games at least are going to be community games where we can all, like, if you have the game, like, I'll share my friend code and we can all play together, because I think that'll be fun. You know, I think that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna try and make it a good time. And it's for a good cause, you know. I'll probably be telling some good stories about my mom, you know. Not that I don't already do that, but... No. And in case y'all are worried that it's going to be like... Because, again, I said, like, Lupus was one of the contributing factors to her death. in case y'all are worried that it's going to be kind of a somber stream, if anything, it's going to be a celebration of like if I bring up my mom, it'll be in a celebratory sense, celebrating her life. Like we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Okay, we're making headway. We had to redo this part a little bit, a couple of times, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I might send a whisper or a DM to Redria, see if they've got any tips. For how to conduct a charity stream. This is the first time for everything, you know? Okay. And there's just gonna be like shadow in there. So the helmet's almost, well, the design on the helmet is almost done. Now we just have to move on to this dude's face. Oh, and the bottom part of the helmet. I have to do the bottom part of the helmet. What are y'all's plans for this evening? Or the rest of your day, I should say, because it's not evening for all of you, I'm sure. I know me, I have to go to the gym. I was going to go to the gym last night, and I was totally planning on it. And then it looked like there was a big old storm that was going to hit us. So I was like, you know what? Actually, I'll just work out at home. I'm just going to stay in, you know, and wait out the storm. And by the time what I thought the storm was over, I had already fallen asleep. But as it turns out, it was kind of a little baby storm. It didn't even rain. It was just a whole bunch of like heat lightning far off in the distance, and then just nothing. So I was very disappointed, because I do love me some storms. Okay, so we got to get all up in here too. So we'll start up here actually. But yeah, y'all got any fun plans for the rest of your day, or if you got any fun plans for this weekend? I am going to see one of my closest friends on a Sunday, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, one of my closest friends. Can go probably have either lunch or dinner with him. He's a friend of mine from university. I've been very nostalgic lately about university. You're gonna bother your roommate? Nice. So that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. One regret that I have with this friend of mine, because actually we were roommates, housemates, for our third and fourth years of university. And he would always kind of want to play. He would ask me to go out to there was a place called Bernie's near our house. That had really good food. And he would ask all the time if I wanted to go. And I only went a couple of times. Sometimes it was because I was busy with schoolwork, but other times it was just like I didn't feel like being particularly social that day. And, you know. But sometimes I wish that I had gone more often. He would also ask if I wanted to play Smash Brothers, you know. Thing is, I wasn't very good at Smash Brothers, so I was always kind of hesitant to play. But I wish I would have done that more, you know. Which is funny, because I tell him that, and he's like, I should have played Smash less. Like, he says himself, like he himself should have played Smash less, so. he's a he's the kind of friend where, like, you know how different people you can talk about different things, right? And I have a lot of really, really close friends. Like Jake from the Woods is probably my best friend. Not even probably. Jake from the Woods is my best friend. But I also have variances with, I don't know about other best friends, but it's one of those things where, like, I can talk to Jake about anything, really, right? I can't do that with all of my friends, right? But this particular friend, we have very, very deep introspective conversations, right? Like that's kind of how our relationship started. You know, because in the middle of like everybody just trying to either get their groove on or figuring out who they are in first year university, I didn't really know who I was yet, right? And neither did he, but we kind of had a kinship in that we were kind of deciding who we didn't want to be at that time, right? And we kind of vibed that way. You know. So it was good. And I was really, really concerned that I was going to like lose touch with him after we left school, but thankfully that hasn't happened. We also left school ages ago. Like, he graduated in 2012. I was supposed to graduate in 2012, but didn't end up graduating until 2014. So, you know, it was quite a while ago that we were all actually in school. But I've been kind of nostalgic about school lately. You know. And I don't really know why. Because, again, I've talked about this before. Academically, I did not have a great time with school. I was very disillusioned with my program and with the people in my program, professors and students alike. I didn't like the whole, you know, you have to kind of sell out to the teacher in order to get a good grade in the class. You know, not all the professors were like that, but more than I wanted to be, you know. Yo, Technate, welcome in. How are you? Thank you. I'm glad you think so. I'm just talking about the nature of friendship and some reminiscing about my university days, and how because I'm seeing a friend of mine from university on Sunday, and he's the kind of friend where I can you know have some deep conversations with that I can't really have with anyone else. Other than I would say Jake from the Woods, because Jake from the Woods is my best friend, right? But this guy's very close. I mean, it's sort of like there's that one or two friends that you have that are your best friends, right? And then there's like the tier just below for a lot of people, right? I would say that Jake is like 1, and then I have like a whole bunch of friends that are like 1A. Like they're right there, right? Just they don't have... There's something about Jake that I just grew up with him, and there's just something there that's just... that it's just a little bit more, right? That you can't really place. You just know when you know, right? But all the other people, like they're all going to be, along with my brothers, like they're all going to be groomsmen at my wedding when I eventually get married, right? One day, like they're all going to be it. They're all going to be standing up there with me, right? So. But yeah, I didn't have the greatest time in school academically, but socially I did, right? These are great friends. Like you can be apart for months or years and still pick up right where you left off. That was me and Jake. Right when because he lives over in the UK, I'm over here in Canada. So we hadn't seen each other in person since like 2017 or so, right? Because I went over there to visit him. And even though like there's that distance, right? And we were very, very busy. So we didn't have a whole lot of time to like FaceTime. Like we would FaceTime during Christmas, Thanksgiving, sometimes on our birthdays. But then the pandemic hit, and then we really had a lot of time to FaceTime. So we did a lot of that, hung out on Zoom calls, and then started streaming, right? So it's been really, really nice reconnecting with Jake, and it was like that. It was like no time had passed at all between us. And that's, I would say, the same with all of my friends, including the one that I'm seeing on Sunday. Like, I can go without seeing him for a while, and then we just pick right up where we left off. Yeah, I love that too. Also, I should say, with the groomsmen, that's just talking about the male friends that I have. Because I have very, very close female friends that I would put in that same echelon. If they wanted to be groomsmen, they could. I don't care. It doesn't have to be a binary thing. They can be groomsmen all they want. You know? I'm sure they'd be fine with it if I asked them. You know? So... But I've mentioned on here too that I have a playlist on my phone of like songs that take me right back to university, and I think that's what it is, because I've been listening to that playlist a lot, and it's just been dredging up a lot of good memories, to be honest. A lot of really good memories. So, yeah. And I count myself very thankful that I have a lot of friends that I would put in that tier, in that echelon, and that they feel the same way about me, because a lot of people don't have that, you know? So I try to never take that for granted, you know? I try my best to never take that for granted, because a lot of people don't have that, you know? Ooh, actually, thank you all for reminding me too, in a way, because I need to message my cousin tonight, see if she's doing anything tomorrow, because if she's not, I might go over there and visit her. Maybe hang out in her pool. Do some barbecuing. See how her kids are doing. I met some friends for the first time 2 years ago in real life, but, that scrolled up. But before meeting, we gamed countless hours together for years and years, and it was so cool, but somewhat odd in a good way. How close we were, and although meeting for the first time was like we've been together for years, which in a way was true. True, yeah. I literally live with my best friend who I met in a video game. Very nice, very nice. See, that's the thing too. I'm really glad that I mentioned a couple of streams ago that I'm really glad that we have kind of moved past the idea that you can't choose your family, right? Like, you obviously have your biological family, but sometimes biological families aren't great. Again, I'm very fortunate that my biological family is fantastic, right? But we're living in an era now where it's more acceptable to choose your family and to kind of disown a family that doesn't treat you well, right? And friends are one of those things. I'm also glad that the stigma of where and when you meet your friends, because it used to be a huge thing, like, oh, it's really weird that you met your friends online. It's like, no, if you click with people, you click with people, right? Nat and I met through gaming. Nice. And she's the only girlfriend I've had where being together is so effortless. There you go. That's the way to do it. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, like we're living in a different era now where you can literally find friends anywhere. You don't always have to just be friends with the people you work with or that you meet at the bar or whatever, you know. Which for a long time was like the standard of how adults meet friends. And it's like, no, you can do many other, you can find friends many other ways, you know. And while it's not like accepted by everybody, you know, I'm glad that it's more acceptable now. Not that you should have anybody judging you for that anyway, but I mean, that's not how the world works, unfortunately. But no, I'm very thankful for my friends. I should reach out to them more. I try to keep in contact with everybody as much as I can, but you know, you get busy and sometimes things slip through the cracks. But you know, I try my best to keep in contact with my friends on a regular basis. Make sure they're doing all right. I've told this story before, but everyone that I've met at a bar has been a problem. Huh. See, exactly. Like, you know, for some people it's not a problem at all, but for some people it is. You know, I'm not really big on going to clubs, right? When I was in school and everything, and I was younger, like, yeah. Now I would much rather, if we're going out somewhere like that, I would much rather like find a patio and like split like a pitcher of beer with a bunch of people. You know. I'd much rather do that than like go in a club or like, you know, sit down at the bar. You know, I'm a very big like if I'm gonna go out and have drinks, I'm a big patio guy. You know, so yeah, I'm not big on the bar scene either. You know, so and not that there's anything wrong with that being how you make your friends by and large, but it's just not for everybody. And I'm glad that it's not seen anymore as the only way to do it, you know? Chill bar scene is the best. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's my favorite type of bar scene. Just chilling, relaxing, just having a good time, you know? I think a thing about yo, Reezy, welcome in. We're just talking about friends. You met your partner at a bar. Nice. It takes all kinds, right? I met my girlfriend at Sport Check, and we weren't. It wasn't even like a setup type of thing. I was at Sport Check. A mutual friend of ours that she dragon boats with was at Sport Check. Worked with me. It's funny. I knew our mutual friend before my girlfriend did. And she was bringing her in. She was bringing my girlfriend in Sport Check because our Sport Check was closing, right? And I was promoted to footwear and soft goods manager during the closing period when we were closing the store, right? And there were like just a couple of weeks left, maybe even just 4 days left. I don't exactly remember. It might have just been like the last week we were open, and our friend brought my girlfriend in before she was ever my girlfriend. And she brought her in because our friend missed it, like used up all of her. Oh, we got a lurk in here. Your hands touched on the newest Yeezys, and that was that. Side note. After I sing this song to Elle, thank you again for the raid. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely dinner. I'm glad that you enjoy this. Thank you very much. And of course, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thank you for the lurk, Elle. I hope you have a great night. Anyways, okay, so before I continue my story, Reezy, this one time when I was at Sport Check, I worked on the footwear floor, right? And then they promoted a dude that didn't work at our store to be the footwear manager after I had applied for it. And the store manager was like, "Hey, I don't want you to lose hours. Would you like to work in the back in shipping and receiving instead?" And I was like, "Yes." Because as much as I don't mind people and I like people in a way, if I don't have to deal with them anymore on the sales floor, that would be amazing. So I got put in the back, and then when the store was closing, I was promoted to the soft goods and footwear manager. Anyway, when I was still on the floor, this group of kids came in and was like, "Yo, you got any Yeezys?" I was like, "Oh yeah, we've got Yeezys. Yeah, I've got like 20 pairs in the back. What size are you?" Right? And one of the kids was like, "Yo, are you serious?" And I was like, "No, we don't have any Yeezys. Go home." So anyway, my girlfriend, I'd never met her before. Never met her, but our mutual friend brought her in because our friend, who again also worked at Sport Check, ran out of her store discount. She didn't have any store discount yet, but I had a lot of store discount left, and everyone in the store knew it because I never bought anything for myself. Like the entire time I worked at Sport Check and got like the discounts and everything, I bought 3 pairs of shoes in the entire year and a half that I worked there. You know, there are dudes who bought a new pair of shoes every single week at Sport Check just because of the discount. I bought 3, and maybe like a couple of shirts and a pair of shorts, right? So I had plenty of store discount left. So she came in and she was like, "Hey, this is my friend. Can she use your discount?" And I was very busy, so I was like, "Oh yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, sure." And then I just walked away because I had stuff to do, right? Now, apparently, according to my girlfriend, and God bless her for this, she reacted to me by telling our friend that, wow, he's cute. Which, okay. I mean, I'm thankful she thought I was cute, but we were talking about that, and our mutual friend was like, "So did you think she was cute?" And I was like, honestly, I didn't register her at all because I was very, very busy and very stressed trying to get all these shoes out on the floor. I don't even remember what the conversation was like, you know? I would be the same. I'm not spending my paycheck where I make it. Exactly, right? I mean, we did get a very, very good discount, especially on shoes and clothes, but I mean, I get the amount of shoes that I need, and that was it. You know, I wasn't going to buy a new pair of shoes I wasn't a sneakerhead. I'm still not a sneakerhead. Kind of cute soul. Anyway, I felt kind of bad because it's like I don't know what she was wearing. I don't know what I literally thought it was like, "Hello, I'll probably never see her again." So I was polite and cordial and all that, but it's like I had stuff to do, right? And then she came in another time to use my discount, and I didn't. Not the first time, and I feel bad about it, but not the first time. I mean, I registered her as a person, a friend of my friend, and it was like, yes, of course she can use my discount. You know, I'm not gonna use it, so yeah, go nuts. I've got to go put these shoes out on the floor and then go back and get more shoes. So, second time we met, she came back to the store with our friend to use the discount again. And this time I was up at cash, so I could interact with her a little more. And I was like, okay, yeah, she's cool. She's cool. But again, it was a very, very short interaction, right? The third time we interacted, it was the penultimate night. The night before our final day being open, right? And we were all planning on going downtown that night. To kind of celebrate the store closing and all of us like moving on with our lives in whatever respects, right? It was going to be like a big bash, like, okay, everybody say goodbye to each other, right? Because I was fully expecting never to see any of these people again. You know, that's okay. I was into my partner when I met him, but I never sought him out or looked into it further. He messaged me on Facebook 3 days after. Nice. Well, I'm glad that happened. You know, it's cool how I enjoy hearing relationship origin stories. So yeah, the third time we were gonna go downtown, and our friend was going to bring my girlfriend with her, right? And then plans fell through, and halfway through my shift, I found out that we're not going downtown anymore. We're going to the Jack Astor's right on the corner of the plaza of the mall of where we worked, right? And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, you can leave the store, but you're not leaving me. I mean, that's probably accurate. Anyway, so we're going to the Jack Astor's, and I was like, okay, so I'm basically going to, and of course they all decided to meet at the Jack Astor's, like, right after my shift was done, right after I closed the store, because I was closing that night. So I didn't even have time to pre-drink, so this is going to be kind of funny. It's probably, I need to explain something before I tell this part of the story. I do not drink very often. The times that I drink, because I don't particularly like the taste of alcohol or even beer. Like, I don't really like drinking a beer casually, right? Most of the time when I'm drinking to become inebriated, right? So I don't drink very often. It's like maybe 3 times a year, right? And this was one of those occasions where I was like, I am stressed because the store is closing tomorrow and it's going to be a crazy day. I am drinking tonight. And I was fully expecting to have, like, to be able to go pre-drink, right? Now, I don't drink as much anymore now because I've discovered edibles. And edibles, I'm a big fan of because you don't get hungover with edibles. Because I'm an old man now. You don't have a sneaky bottle of whiskey behind the sales counter. Mood soul, I'm the same. I never drink. Like, I'll have a couple of drinks with my edibles, right? Because there are actually some ciders that I really like. So some alcoholic ciders that I really, really enjoy. That don't taste like beer because they're cider, right? That are really, really nice. And if I have a couple of those and a couple of edibles, and I'm nice and relaxed and mellow, and I wake up with no hangover, it's wonderful. Anyway, all that being said, I had a bottle of Fireball that I was going to, like, mix with stuff to, like, drink at the pre-drink wherever we went, right? But I didn't have that. So I parked my car in the parking lot, obviously. I went to my car, got the bottle out of the trunk, and just started shotgunning a bunch of Fireball. Because I was like, I'm getting drunk tonight. And I drank so much of it, I locked my car, I locked the trunk, and I knew, like, I didn't live very far from the mall, so I could walk home no problem. Because, of course, I'm never drinking and driving. That's dumb. I'm never being inebriated in any sense in driving. By the time I walked from my car to Jack Astor's, which is probably like a 3-minute walk, I was drunk by the time I sat down. That's how much of this stuff that I drank. And thus, I sat down, and my friend and the woman who would become my girlfriend walk in the door, and they were also already pretty inebriated. So they walk in the door, they sit down beside me, and I don't know what they said. The only thing I remember from that night is that I was really impressed by the wings, and the bathroom was immaculate, and I was very impressed. That's it. And then I remember walking home. I don't remember anything we said to each other, but apparently, according to other people at the store that I've talked to since, they knew that night that there was something between us, right? Me and my girlfriend. They saw some sparks that I was too inebriated to tell. So the 4th time I saw my girlfriend was the last day the store was open. She felt fine. I was dying behind the register. So I just kind of like mumbled something to her. I was like, hi, yeah, I'm having a rough day. Then the store closed, and then I had to spend like a week there afterwards helping to close the store, like send everything out. And when we did that, I had an art show coming up. And I apparently had told her about this art show when I was drunk. And I told everybody at Sport Check about it too. So a bunch of Sports Check people showed up to the art show. And so did my girlfriend. And I was like, maybe this is this something? I don't know. Maybe she's just really polite, you know. Because I didn't know. And then after that, we just started talking more, and that was really kind of the catalyst. And then I did a piece of artwork for her, and I guess what really impressed her was it was a picture of her and her brother that she wanted to give her brother for Christmas. So I did that for her, and then she asked, well, what do I owe you? And I was like, it's a Christmas gift, you know, for free. And then I guess she was really impressed by that, and then she ended up giving me a stroopwafel, which is like a syrupy waffle type pastry that you put over like hot chocolate or something, which is very tasty. So she gave me a bundle of that as thanks, because I wasn't going to take any payment. And then things just kind of blossomed from there. And now here we are. Here I am telling the story. Okay, let me see. Sometimes I enjoy a drink with family and friends, but yeah, I haven't really been drunk or drank for a couple of years, yeah. Fireball is the best. Yeah, I don't really, I've never thrown up from drinking, thankfully. I haven't thrown up since I was 12 years old, but that's another story. So I've never thrown up from drinking, but I'd rather never have Fireball again because that day after was a very, very rough day. Liquid cocaine shot, Fireball mixed with Jaeger. Yeah, I've had one of those too. Dad, what do you remember from meeting Mom? Oh my God, amazing bathroom. It was awesome. It was so clean and it smelled so good. For a public washroom in a restaurant, I was like, this isn't very... hats off to you, Pickering, Jack Astors. This is immaculate. Well done. I'm very impressed. Yeah, stroopwafel is Dutch because my girlfriend is half Dutch. She's half French Canadian and half Dutch. So, yeah, she introduced me to a stroopwafel. I guess it's more like stroopwafel, but I'm not Dutch, so I can't pronounce it right. But yeah, that's how I met my girlfriend. Hey, thank you, Redria. Redria, since you're here, would you mind if I sent you like either a message on Discord or Twitter or whispered you, just if you have any tips or tricks for charity streams? Because I've got mine coming up on Saturday, and I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I'm setting it up through Tiltify, but other than that, I don't really know what I'm doing. So if you have any tips, if I could shoot you a message, that would be much appreciated. So that, I'm not out here making an ass of myself. I generally don't have a problem making an ass of myself, but I don't really want to do so while I'm asking people for donations for charity. I'll make an ass of myself during the games. I don't want the stream to make an ass of myself. But thank you for the compliment, Redria. But yeah, how did I get on that topic? Oh, we were talking about friends. And I think Tech Nate was talking about yeah, how he the Tech Nate, I'm very sorry that I missed this message, but there was a bar in your college town that had a back patio with a beanbag toss. That is amazing. I haven't played beanbag toss in ages. Okay, so now we're working on the helmet a little more, and then we'll get back to the face after. Oh, sometimes I disappear. You're at work right now. Well, I appreciate the viewership while you're at work. Very much appreciate it. And yeah, not a problem. If you got to disappear, feel free. I mean, work takes priority, definitely. So like I said, I don't know that I'm going to get all of the background done today, but I really want to focus on just getting the figures done. That's my focus. And I think we'll be able to do that, because this is actually coming along better than I thought it would. But yeah, talking about friends that I would have in my wedding party. The mutual friend that we have is from Sport Check is one of them. She's one of them. If she wanted to be a groomsman, I would be like, of course. one of my friends, one of my closest friends from university, she lived across the hall from me. And her roommate actually ended up being a housemate of ours, our final year of school, which was kind of funny how that worked out. But I remember being at school. I think a note of like really really close friendships and friendships that stick with you are people who like change you for the better, right? And like, you know, make you discover something about yourself, right? I think those can be very valuable things, and people who can teach you those types of things in a positive way, I like to hold on to. So this looks incredible. I think the last time I saw it, half the goalie didn't exist. Well, thank you, Reezy. So the particular friend that I'm talking about here, from university, I feel that soul. Oh, good. I was a very shy person. I didn't always seem shy, but I was a pretty shy person going into university. You know, a lot of like self-confidence issues with myself that really didn't get resolved until I was like well into my 20s. But that's a story for another time. The important thing here is I was standing in my dorm room. My parents had just dropped me off. All my stuff was in there. My parents said goodbye. My mom was crying, of course, you know, because I was the first of her kids to go to university, you know, and I was sitting there alone, and I was like, okay, I don't know what to do next. And just when I was having that thought, I see two girls moving in across the hall. Like, they go into their room, like right across the hall. And I was like, oh man, like, I don't know how to. Now this is 18-year-old me talking, right? Not 32-year-old me, but 18-year-old me talking, saying like, oh man, like I don't know how to talk to girls. I'm gonna be the most lonely person. I'm not gonna be able to talk to anybody. You know, it's like, I'm not gonna be able to talk to them. I don't know my roommate. You know, like, I'm gonna be a loner. I'm gonna be the weird loner university kid on this floor in this dorm. Like, I'll probably be the weirdest kid in the dorm. Like, this is just off. And as I was saying that to myself, not out loud, but to myself in my head, they come bounding across the hall, and they introduce themselves. You know, I ain't finna dox nobody, so I'm not gonna give their names, but they were like, hi, I'm blah blah blah. This is blah blah blah. Hi, are those records? Because I had brought my records up to school, my LPs, and I had a decision to make at that moment. It's like, okay, do you want to be a weirdo who doesn't know how to talk to women, or do you want to just answer their question? And thankfully, I decided I'm just going to answer their question. And I was like, oh yeah, those are my records. I collect them. Big fan of like old school R&B and stuff. And they were like, so cool. And then that opened the door. Throughout that year, those two, but especially the one of them that I'm talking about, that I'm like still really really close with. The other one I'm close with too, because again, she was a housemate of ours. But you know, we talk less because our lives are busy, and you know, you just kind of lose track of time. But they really, really brought me out of my shell that first year. They really taught me a lot about myself and who I wanted to be, you know. And I'll be forever grateful for that, you know. Both of them are very important to me, you know. That voice in your head that yells at you, I get like that. Even at 27, I do that to myself. Hey, like I said, I'm 32. That's still there. It's still there. I'm just better at shutting it up now, because it's like, dude, you're an idiot. Like, get back in there. Go back to your hole. But yeah, no, I get that, you know. I just cope with it better. Hey, not again. How are you? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Excellent to see you. Different drawing than last time I see? Ah, fair, fair. That's so amazing. College is a good place to start fresh and open up and meet like-minded people. Exactly, exactly. Yep, definitely. I'm doing okay, just vibing right now. Fair, fair. I feel that. I feel that. Shit, that's all I've been doing since my girlfriend's been in Florida. I'm just vibing. Like, it's weird. It's weird being in this place without her. We love the vibes. Well, thank you. I'm glad. But yeah, I really credit those two a lot for helping me discover who it is that I wanted to be as a person. And I've told them as much, but I'm not sure that I've ever really. Well, I mean, I've tried to convey it, but it's hard to convey something like that. I hope they realize just how much they mean to me. I should probably express it more. And how thankful I am for them. The one, not the one that lived with us, but the one woman once told me that she really admired how much I keep in touch with people and make sure that they're doing all right, which was funny because at the time I was like, I don't think I do a very good job of doing that. I could probably do it better. So even so, and that was just like a couple of years ago. So even still, they're still having an effect on me that way, Okay, let me simply vibe. And whenever my partner isn't home or if I'm not home, I find it hard to get to bed at night. I'm about to be living on my own soon, and I'm a little nervous for being more alone. That's fair. I should put a disclaimer in here. I am a pretty I'm a pretty solitary person in terms of like I like being around people, but at the heart and soul of it, I am an introvert. I'm not a shy introvert per se anymore. I do quite enjoy being around people, especially the people that I love and care for and enjoy being around, right? But I simply recharge when I'm by myself. Now, my girlfriend, when she's with me, I don't feel like that's a burden or anything, like that she's draining my energy. Like when I'm with her and it's just the two of us, I recharge, right? Which is a really, really good thing to have. Before I met her, I lived by myself for a while. And even after I met her for the first year or so, she lived with her parents, I lived by myself. So I'm very used to being alone. And actually I don't mind being alone. It's just very odd that she's not here, because I'll find myself wanting to tell her something during the day, and I just want to turn around and it's oh wait, no, you're not here. So thankfully I haven't had any trouble sleeping. I haven't had any trouble sleeping at all. But I do miss her. I can't wait for her to come back. But first time moving, hell yeah. With roommates or no? No roommates, just me. I'm excited, but I'm not used to doing some normal things alone, like going to the movies and restaurants. Wow, that's impressive. What an exciting journey. I did a lot of takeout when I was first on my own. My first... I got to tell this story. I'm just telling a whole bunch of stories today. My first night that I lived alone, I got my first apartment when I was 27 years old, right? I had been living with my cousin when I first moved up to the area that I live in now, in the GTA. And I was living with my cousin for, I think, 9 months. I lived with her. I lived with her for 9 months. And then I got my own apartment. And it was the summertime. The first night, I didn't have a bed. I didn't have any furniture. So I slept on a pile of clothes. And I had a lawn chair. I had a lawn chair. So I slept on a pile of clothes and I would sit in the lawn chair. My very first meal was I went and got a Delissio pizza because I had an oven, and I ate the Delissio pizza. And you know what? That really sounds like, oh man, like, Soul, you were slumming it. That was probably the happiest I've ever been, because I'm just eating pizza. I've got my laptop open. I'm watching an old episode of Magnum PI, just eating my pizza by myself, and I was like, this is amazing. This is amazing. I've got my own place. I got my own bathroom for the first time in my life. I have my own bathroom. No one, if someone comes and knocks on my door to see if I'm done, my first instinct will be, or my first thought will be, who's in my house? Because I live alone. You know? Yeah, no, it was very exciting. And honestly, like, I really enjoyed it's not for everybody, obviously, but if you can handle it, like, there are a lot of nice things about living by yourself. And what's nice is, with my girlfriend, like, I don't feel like I've sacrificed a whole lot of those things when I'm living with her, right? A lot of the positives that I felt living alone, I feel the exact same with her, you know, with her here. So, which is really nice. The living on your own struggles. I'm taking everything I have with me, but there's definitely a lot that I need to buy. Yes. Not Magnum PI. Don't worry, it's not the new Magnum PI. That show's garbage. It's the original one with Tom Selleck. I like that show. It's fair if you don't, but I love that show. My own bathroom, I am so hyped. Oh, it's so nice having your own bathroom. So nice. It's so freeing. It's like I can take as long as I want in here. I've come up with some of my best art concepts in the bathroom. So I like bathrooms. The first apartment I moved into, I was lucky it was furnished, but my partner ate spaghetti on a cardboard box. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. But yeah, with your own bathroom, you're beholden to no one, you know. It's nice. It's nice. Best ideas in the shower, for real. Oh, not even in the shower. Because I don't spend a lot of time in the shower, because I don't think this is going to be too much information. I don't take long showers because I am not a germaphobe. I am not a germaphobe whatsoever. But ever since I was a little kid, I don't like bathtubs and I don't like showers. I still take them, but I don't take baths. Baths gross me out. Baths just absolutely gross me out. Like, I can't stand sitting. If I got to sit in a tub, like, it's just... but I don't take very long showers because I want to just kind of get in and out, you know, get clean and get out. So a lot of mine are like, I'll just, you know, actually be going to the bathroom and come up with some good ideas. Because, you know, that's your solitude. When you're in the bathroom, if someone calls you or someone texts you and you don't have your phone with you, or someone knocks at the door, it's like, hey, I'm in the bathroom. I can't help you. But this is how much I hate baths. I think I've told this story before too, but whatever. When I was still living at home in my early 20s, I was deadlifting in our basement because my dad has a whole bunch of workout equipment in there. It's our dungeon. And I screwed up on a lift and I got that little twinge in my back, right? It wasn't painful, but it's that little like thing when you're working out where you realize, oh, I effed up. I just messed something up. So I put the weights down, I put them away, I went upstairs, and within the hour, my lower back was just tightening and tightening until I had pulled probably multiple muscles in my lower back. And eventually my dad is like, would you please just take a bath, let the hot water like loosen up some of the muscles, right? Because I was just laying in bed, like just curled up. So I was like, fine. So I stumble my way into the bathroom. I draw a bath. I was in the bath for, I guarantee you, you ask my dad the same thing, he'll verify. I was in the bath for like 3 minutes. And the next thing my dad hears is me groaning and some thumping. And then next thing he knows, I'm walking out of the bathroom with my clothes on, with the tub draining. And I'm like, I can't do it. I'm just going to go upstairs and I'm just going to lay in bed. I can't sit in a bed. It just grosses me out. I don't know why. So yeah, I'm not a bath guy. I'm looking at putting rainbow LEDs in my apartment. Ooh, nice. We have some of those in our living room. I highly recommend them. They're really nice. My apartment shower. That's an even cooler idea. Yo, y'all haven't lived until it's been like a really hot summer day and you get back from a run or from the gym or something and it's really, really hot. And just there is something just magical about taking a cold shower in the dark with the lights off, or just like a night light in it. It's just like it's almost an ethereal experience. Yeah, that is neat though. I agree, Nat. That having rainbow LEDs in the bath, that's really cool. I like baths. I enjoy a nice long bath, but one time I took a 10-minute shower and thought to myself, this could have been faster. Oh God, Soul, no, don't worry. My back is mostly okay now. Like once you hurt your back is never the same. But I'm okay. Yeah, not to worry. But yeah, dark showers agree. I absolutely agree, Nat. There's something else. This is so true. I know you don't like baths, but I'll light a candle and smoke a J in the tub with the lights off. We always have a night light on in the bathroom in case of nighttime pee. Yeah. Yep. And if you shower with just the night light, it's great. I've done that too. Hey, welcome back, Elle. How was dinner? What'd you have? I hope it was tasty. I was talking earlier about the playlist that I made on my phone of songs that bring me right back to university because I was reminiscing about it. And I think that's what kind of spurred all this conversation. I wish I wasn't using my phone as my webcam because I would love to like bring up my playlist and just kind of read off the songs. Because I always like I always love getting song recommendations. I always love giving them too, because there's some good songs on there. You know, but I can't really bring up my iTunes without without losing the stream. So I'm gonna have to hold off on that for now. I got takeout white pizza and it was nice. Ooh, nice. Like that's like the pizza with the Alfredo sauce, right? Yeah, like what Reezy said. Nice. I like white pizza. My partner absolutely cannot stand it. Yeah, white pizza is very much white pizza is like Seinfeld. Like you either love it or you hate it. Speaking of which, another one of my university friends, I should get back in touch with her too. Very close with her. She loves Seinfeld. which is good because I also love Seinfeld. One year for Christmas, I got her Seinfeld DVDs. Which, remember DVD sets? You don't like it. Nice. Like Seinfeld, great analogy. Well, I can't have bell peppers and onions on my pizza because of roommate, but we both like white pizza, so that works. There you go. There you go. It's all about finding that balance. Speaking of balance, here's a fun story. So, my girlfriend and I have the perfect snack. If any of you ever meet us in real life and you want to get us a really nice snack, but you don't know what to get us based on our tastes, get us jelly beans. Because standard classic jelly beans come in eight colors, right? They're different flavors, obviously, but you've got your cherry, your grape, your whatever the white ones are supposed to be, and the pink ones, right? I'll just say the colors instead of the flavors. So you got your red, your purple, white, pink, black, orange, yellow, and green, right? My girlfriend and I like the exact opposite colors. She loves the red, purple, white, and pink jelly beans and can't stand the other ones. And I only like the black, green, orange, and yellow. So when we get a bag of jelly beans, it's amazing because it's like, yeah, you take the ones you like, I'll take the ones I like, and it's perfect. It's perfect. It's like an even split. Oh, neither of you are jelly bean people, huh? That's fair enough. Which one of us is the pickle eater? Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Nat. She's the pickle eater. I can't stand pickles. Are probably my least favorite food that I've had. Pickles are an abomination. Pickles are a waste of a perfectly good cucumber. Just give me the cucumber, okay? We thankfully here in the 21st century, in our own personal lives, we thankfully are well enough off that we can afford a place that has a fridge. Okay? Not everybody can afford that, obviously, right? Around the world. But thankfully, we're in a position where we can have a refrigerator. We don't need to pickle things. We don't need to put things in vinegar to preserve them. We got a fridge. Just throw the cucumbers in the fridge. We're fine. I don't like pickles, is what I'm getting at. So, she is the pickle eater. She is the pickle eater. Oh, hey, Natty by nature. Welcome in. I'm sorry, I was on my pickle rant while you came in. But hello, how are you? I need to find a pickle eater person. Pickles are disgusting facts. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Natty, you love pickles. I see that we moved on to the conversation where we all have bad takes. Oh. I guess so. But I love like all briny foods. Fair enough. Dinner's been had, things have been done. Well, welcome back, Juliana. We're just talking about how pickles are disgusting, and then half the people in the chat are saying that pickles are great, and I'm disagreeing with them wholeheartedly. You're not used to me being a snot. Maybe it's because this is my second stream of the day. Maybe that's why. I'm full of beans. Getting salty. I'm glad to have caught an art stream, though. Yeah, I'm glad y'all are here. I'm always glad y'all are here. I'm a sucker for real talent, and man, that's a good drawing. Thank you. If you would like to see what might be a good painting, we're going to be painting tomorrow. I mean, it may not end up being a good painting, but I'm going to paint anyway. But I appreciate the kind words. Depending on the time, I'm sure I can stop by. Oh, cool. So, the stream tomorrow is actually going to be an interesting one because we're starting a painting. I'm going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern, and I'm basically going to stream until the painting's done. So, I don't know how long it'll take. It'll at least take a couple of hours. But yeah, I'm projected to have a long day at work tomorrow. Might have to catch the VOD, but I want to see it for sure. Hey, no worries. If you're able to catch the VOD, cool. If you're able to come in while it's live, cool. If you can't watch it at all, hey. The Twitch app's been freezing the stream for me today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Speaking of which, are you all still having problems? Because I know the last time I brought this up, I wasn't the only one. But is anyone else still having problems with Twitch, like desyncing the audio when you watch it on your computer? Because I think the last time I brought this up, we determined that it wasn't just my computer, because I was worried about that. Because it's like a pretty new computer, and it's like, how is it having a problem, like handling Twitch streams? You know, like just watching them. But apparently, like, it's a Twitch problem, because, like, other people had said so. But what'll happen is, like, the screen will, like, freeze for a second, and then the audio will continue, and then it very slowly desyncs. And it's like, why is this happening? It never used to, and then all of a sudden one day it just started. Okay, Elle, it's still happening to you. Also, yeah, the Twitch app has been really, really rude to people lately. I agree. Okay. It is very annoying. Very rarely, but it happened once or twice recently and I had to refresh. I keep pausing streams for a second to resync them, yeah. Bezos! Okay, let me give you guys a close-up look at this dude's face. Because I kind of like how that turned out. Yeah. That and the helmet actually turned out really well. I wish I knew who the goalie was. I could probably look it up, but yeah, I probably won't. The goalie's not as important as Daniel Alfredson, who's in the foreground. Hey, thank you, TechNate. I appreciate that. Very much. Alright, what's this dude's stick like? Oh, it's not actually all that detailed. So like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to get to the background, but that's okay because the background's kind of not all that important. But if you all would like to see the background done, I'll bring this back for another art stream. Like, we might even, like, when I get the painting done, I might, like, come back to this and, like, finish the background on this. If y'all want to see the background being done. But I am going to have to call it a stream pretty soon because My arm's getting tired. Does this style of art have a name, like the shading or something? Well, it's a. I don't know that the shading itself has a name, but the style itself is akin to photorealism, where basically you take like a reference image like this one, and then you just kind of translate it as accurately as you can. Now, I'm not like a crazy photorealist in terms of like, there are some artists with drawing and painting and other mediums that are what you call hyperrealism, right? Where it's like their stuff is so precise. It's like indistinguishable from a photograph. There's an artist that I follow on Instagram called May Noki. Let me see if I can find her Instagram, and then I'll link it. She does hyper realistic paintings of people. Actually, I shouldn't presume their gender, so I'll just say they. They do like hyper realistic paintings of people, and it's something to behold. Let me see if I can find them. Instagram. Profile. I want to go to my other profile. Switch accounts. Let's go to my everyday profile. That I should probably post something to it, but now let's go to my profile itself, and go to following. See if I can find this person, because I really want to show off their work. Oop. Oh, come on. Stop doing that. But yeah, if this is photorealism, what they do is hyperrealism. So, where are they? Geez, I didn't think I followed this many people. Goodness gracious. Another good example of like photorealism that sometimes verges on the edges of hyperrealism, but although you can usually tell that they're paintings, is the artist Simon Stollenhag. I really, really love his work. There we go. Here, I'll post this in the chat. This stuff is ridiculous. This work is just unbelievable. Here we go. So yeah, Mainoki's or Mainoke, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they do fantastic photorealistic or hyper-realistic paintings of people, which is even more difficult. All right, let's bring this back up here, and I'll give you guys a little. Well, we'll finish this stick, and then I'll call it a stream. Right, Reezy? Right? Like it's unbelievable. I do not have that kind of patience. Like I could never be a hyper-realistic painter or drawer. Like it's just incredible work. Yeah. Oh, and like she does, they do some reels where they like have like the thinnest brush I've ever seen, and doing like individual strands of hair, and it's like, oh my god, like what am I even doing? Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, well, there we go. Key. Thank you. Thank you, Juliana. I don't think his pronouns were there before, um, which is why I obviously got them wrong. Which is why I try not to presume now. I'm still trying my best. Um, Now I want to do a portrait. Me, whose plan tonight is to get royally baked while I play a dinosaur game. I mean, hey, that sounds that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Which dinosaur game is it? Turok? Because Turok was fun when I was a kid. Uh, but yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Because I don't think his pronouns were there before. But cool, cool. Now I know. Okay, let me take you guys on a tour of this piece. Jurassic World Evolution 2. Nice, nice, nice. The one where you take care of a zoo, but it's dinos. I mean, that sounds pretty dope. Okay, so we'll start over here, and we got the figures done, which is what I wanted. We got all that stuff, all those details. We know the goalie plays for the Winnipeg Jets, but I don't know what his name is. I'm debating taking a post-pizza nap after streams. Hey, by all means. I am always a fan of naps. Here we have Daniel Alfredson himself. And the goalie's face. And helmet. And pads. You should do a reel or a time lapse of your work. You know, I used to do that, and I probably should start again. Actually, now that you mention it, it was a lot easier when I was actually filming, like, because I would do like Instagram reels or Instagram IG live for my streams before I moved over to Twitch. So it was really easy to do a time lapse because it was really easy to save those videos, right? I just got to figure out a way to like save these videos and like shrink them down enough that I can like make a time lapse of them, because I don't have any like video software on my computer to like make a time lapse, but I should figure it out because I used to do them and people really enjoyed them on Instagram. So yeah, I should do that. I need to shave. My goodness, what is all that? Ugh. But yeah, that'll be the stream for today. I thank y'all. I thank y'all for being here. I need to go rest my arm a little bit, just because holding it up like this and drawing is a little different than when you're holding a paintbrush and doing this. You know, some free software if you're. I am very interested. Please. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. Elle, thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all who decide to come out and listen to me just tell my stories and do some doodles and drawings and all that. Thank you, Reezy. You too. You too. And if you ever need someone to teach you, I got you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I will definitely take some free software. I'm always interested. Thank you, Juliana. I will. And thank you, Elle, for the kind words. Let's go find somebody to raid. Who's doing some stuff right now? Who's doing some art? Oh, you know what? I haven't been able to like raid them for a while. We're gonna go over to Lava KC, who it looks like is deciding on a new painting to do. So that sounds cool. Maybe we can go help her decide. I'm doing a nap later, y'all. That's fair. That's fair. I'll DM you when I get home. Spacely actually recommended it to me, and I tried it out. Compared to Premiere Pro. Ooh, nice. Okay. I appreciate that, Reezy. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna go say hello to Lava KC. So yeah, once again, thank you everybody for coming out. I really do appreciate you. So tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. we're going to start a painting and we're going to stream straight through to the end of the painting, however long that takes. So it's going to be a fun day. And then Saturday is the big charity stream, 12-hour stream. We're going to be playing some community games so I can play with y'all if you have the games. And we're going to end with one of the games that's special to my heart. So it may go over 12 hours, but that's okay because I could play this game forever. So that'll be fun, and I'm going to keep that a secret until we get the little docket up for the games. But yeah, that'll be Saturday starting at 10 a.m. also, raising money for Lupus Canada. So hopefully we'll all see you there. But again, none of you are under any obligation to donate or anything like that. But if you want to come hang out and just have some fun, play some games with me, that'll be a lot of fun too. So let's go say hi to Lava KC, shall we? All right. Where's my scene? There it is. All right. Bye, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.